Hello and welcome to Microsoft Excel course for beginners part 6. In the previous part 5, we have discussed that various formatting tools which are available in MS Excel which can be used for formatting the data and the values on our workbook. In part 6, we will talk about the different types of cell referencing which can be used while performing some kind of calculation on our Excel data. We have three types. We will be discussing the three types of referencing: relative referencing, absolute referencing, and mixed cell referencing. We have an example over here which is already, we have some data on our Excel sheet. We have previously used the same example in some other part also. We will be making use of the same example. When we talk about referencing means indicating or mentioning. In Excel, cell reference refers to a cell or a range of cells in a spreadsheet which can be used in a formula or function. Now, this reference can be on the same sheet, on another sheet, or on a different workbook. We have made use of cell references while making use of formulas and function, that is the address of the cell. We have also seen how we can make use of the cell range while doing the calculation using some inbuilt functions like sum, max, min, and average. First type of referencing which we will discuss is relative cell referencing. Relative cell referencing is when we talk about reference to a cell or a range of cells in a formula which is based on the position relative to the active cell, then that kind of referencing is known as your relative referencing. In this case, when we move or copy a formula to the other cell, the reference changes automatically. For example, let's take a simple example over here and try and calculate the final price. Now, these are the items. We have the unit price, we have the units which have been ordered, and let's calculate the final price. So, our final price will be unit price into the quantity or the units which have been ordered. So, in this cell F4, let's calculate, or let's put in the formula. We are placing an equal to sign. The formula is D4 into this one E4. This is my calculation, that is 5 into 5, 25, and let's press the enter key. You get the answer 25. So this is a simple calculation over here. Now I said key in relative referencing, when we copy or move the formula, the reference changes automatically in relation to the active cell. This is my active cell. The cell references or these addresses which are being shown over here is D4 and E4. The moment we copy this formula to the other cell, the cell which is next, which is below F4, the formula will change automatically on its own. You can copy and paste the formula, or we have already discussed that we can make use of the fill handle. Let's make use of the fill handle to copy the formula. Place the pointer, click and drag. Let's see, you got the answer 40 and 25. The formula has been copied. Over here, your formula is D4 into E4. The moment the next cell becomes active, the formula, the copied formula automatically changes to D5 into E5. Next cell, the moment the active cell becomes F6, the formula changes to D6 and E6. The same can be applied to other cells also. You can copy and paste the formula. The positions, wherever you are copying the formula will change automatically in relation to the position of the active cell. When this kind of referencing happens, we say it is relative referencing. The second reference which we will discuss is absolute referencing. Absolute referencing is used when we do not want to change the address of the cell while copying the formula to another cell, or we want to fix the cell address in our formula. For example, we have D4 into E4, and here we want to make use of a cell reference which is fixed. So what do we do for making a address fixed? We place a dollar sign before the row and the column number, something like this. I'll show you. The final price formula which we have over here is D4 into E4, and since somebody is ordering from us, there will be some delivery charges. Now in my formula, what I want, unit price and ordered unit should be calculated based on the item which are being ordered over here, but the delivery charges are same for each order, that is 5 rupees. It should be added to all these items which are being ordered. So let's modify our formula. So formula would be unit price into ordered unit plus my delivery charges. Now delivery charges are mentioned in cell E11. So let's place E11 over here. Now what we want, when we are copying the formula to the other cells, the delivery charges should be the same, 5 rupees, which we have mentioned over here. It should be same for all the items which have been ordered. So what we can do is, to make the cell address fixed, we will place dollar sign before the row and the column. Let's see what will happen. Let's place parenthesis over here to make it clear, and press the enter key. Now you can see unit price is 5 rupees, ordered unit is 5 rupees, that is 25 plus 5 rupees delivery charges. You are getting the result as 30. Let's copy the formula and see whether the absolute referencing changes or not. Let's click and drag and make use of the fill handle. So the first one is 30. The second one for pen, the unit price is 20, ordered unit is 2 rupees, that is 40, plus 5 rupees for delivery charges. So you get the answer 45. Let's check the formula over here. Now see in the formula bar, you can see D5 into E5. It is changing because it is relative referencing. The active cell has been changed from F4 to F5. So in my formula, D5 into E5 plus the delivery charges which are fixed, and it is written in cell E11. Same goes for E6 also. The active cells becomes your active cells becomes F6, and your formula changes to D6 into E6 plus the fixed delivery charges, that is 5 rupees, which is in cell E11. So this is an example of absolute referencing. The next referencing which we will discussing is mixed referencing. Mixed referencing is a combination of relative and absolute reference. That means in this type of referencing, either the row heading or the column heading has to be fixed. We can fix one of them, either the row or the column. Now taking the same example, for calculating the final price, the formula which we are making use of is unit price into ordered unit plus the delivery charges and minus the discount. So if we want to deduct the discount over here, we can make use of a mixed referencing. Now I said ki either the row number or the column number needs to be fixed. So and we will place dollar sign over here. Let's deduct the discount minus E, and we want the row to be fixed. my the discount amount is in E12. So we have made our row number as fixed E12, and let's press the enter key. You got unit price 5, ordered unit 5, that is 25, plus 5 for delivery charges, that is 30, minus discount, that is 2. Let's drag this and copy the formula to the other cells and see the result. Now in this cell F5, you can see the formula D5 into E5, which is your relative referencing, plus $E $11, your delivery charges, which is fixed, and we are making use of the mixed referencing over here, where the discount is in E12. The column and the row number has been specified. The row is fixed over here. So you can see the changes when we are making use of the mixed referencing. So we have 3 types of referencing. You can make use of the same example and practice all these 3 types of referencing. In the next part, we will discuss how we can create charts using the data which is present on our Excel sheet. Thank you.